Well, I'm just so delighted. Well, I was delighted first just to appear on the long list of such a wonderful list of books with so many spectacular authors. But it's really just a great and unexpected honour to receive the prize.
And now you wrote a book about the art of the Renaissance art in Venice. Can you tell me what's so special about the book?
So I suppose I'll just talk a bit about what the major themes of the book are. So as the title suggests, Reforming Art in Renaissance Venice is essentially a study on how the devotional context of the Reformations, the incredible spiritual changes that they heralded, impacted art and architecture in late 16th century Venice. So I look at art in Venice really in the whole of the 16th century and the beginning of the 17th century, but the main focus is on the latter half of that century, so the late 16th century. The first half of the book is really concerned with the question of the extent to which the arts were controlled or censored by the Catholic Church in the aftermath of the Reformations. So I think that part of the book would be very useful for students or scholars who are interested in the question of censorship in this period. And also, as many of the talks at this conference have shown, the extent to which the Tridentine decrees, so the decrees of the Council of Trent, which closed in 1563, the extent to which those decrees could have shaped artistic outcomes. So the first half of the book is 4 chapters. In that first half of the book, I also do look at some very big and well-known cases of image censorship and of artists essentially getting in trouble with the authorities. So the 2 main cases are Veronese's questioning by the Inquisition over his Last Supper, which was subsequently retitled The Feast in the House of Levi, and Michelangelo's Last Judgment. So the nudity of some of the figures in the Last Judgment was censored in the late 16th century. And what I do in that half of the book is really try and reassess these and other examples like it to try and draw really a balanced and, I hope, correct portrayal of some of these questions that I've talked about. Then in the second half of the book, I'm concerned with, I suppose, a more generative relationship between the spiritual changes of the age and some of the new iconographies that we can see appearing. So in that half of the book, I really look at 3 visual themes, and they are Eucharistic themes, so images of the body of Christ, which proliferate in Venice during this period. Images of the miraculous feats and martyrdoms of the saints, particularly altarpieces by some of the most well-loved painters associated with the city of Venice in this time, so Veronese, Tintoretto, Titian. And finally, images of the afterlife, so of heavens and of purgatory, purgatory really being a visual theme that takes off at the beginning of the 17th century in the city. And I think just to conclude, I think Venice is a really interesting case study through which we can look at some of these themes of artistic liberty, of notions of decorum tied to representations of the body, particularly the nude body, and of the role of images, of, I suppose, the importance of material objects, tying into the theme of this conference here in Poland, in shaping local identity. And this is especially interesting in Venice because it is a crossroads city where Protestant ideas arrive in Italy quite early on, and also it's a multicultural one. And I suppose to conclude, one of my main conclusions of the book is the importance in this period of artists as really quite powerful interpreters of spiritual values. So I thank very much the jury for awarding me this prize, and I hope that some of the attendees at the conference will enjoy reading the book. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marie-Louise.